Shane Swerve Strickland is all elite than a motherfucker. And after that great reaction to AEW Revolution, the sky's the limit for... I'm sorry, I can't do this. Swerve is going to be feuding with Team Taz for the FTW title, isn't he?
Hold up. It's a black-owned business in the wrestling business? Pro wrestling bits, let's go!
Rumor has it AEW looks to have signed a game-changing free agent, and word on the street is a dynamic high flyer and future WWE Hall of Famer with undeniable charisma is all but guaranteed to land in All Elite Wrestling. That man is Shane Swerve Strickland. And yes, the fact that Swerve was part of Hit Row immediately makes him a future WWE Hall of Famer, point blank, period. If Hillbilly Jim can be a Hall of Famer, so can every member of Hit Row, preferably next year when WrestleMania is in Inglewood, don't at me. Shane Swerve Strickland made his AEW debut this past Sunday at Revolution. He dressed the part, looking as only as he can look, talked the part, easily getting Orlando, Florida to do a call and response chant, blew a kiss, and whipped this crowd into a frenzy easier than just about anybody I've seen with a live mic. This man is a star. That is a fact. Unfortunately, there are many facts working against Swerve Strickland in what should be an inevitable rise in AEW. Swerve Strickland is a black wrestler, and because there's a limited amount of creative minds within the company and this industry that truly understand how to tap into the culture, AEW really has just one idea when it comes to black wrestlers, and that's to have them feud with Team Taz at or near the bottom of the card. It doesn't matter who you are. If you come to Jacksonville with melanin pigmentation, you better be ready to come face to face with Will Hobbs and Ricky Starks in a backstage segment. Just like Dante Martin, just like Leo Rush, just like Jay Lethal, and most recently, just like Keith Lee. Starks and Hobbs have a lot of potential, but are only pushed to a certain level in AEW, a level defined by a championship that doesn't even count. The unsanctioned FTW Championship, a fake title in a fake wrestling company, is currently held by the talented Ricky Starks and is emerging as a pillar among black wrestlers in AEW. The FTW title has spent so much time around black people, it should have its own track on the AEW mixtape.
What else?
I bet the FTW title could braid my hair in under an hour.
What else?
I heard the FTW title plates are made of vibranium.
What else?
The only waste the FTW title is around is an empty box of grits. That's a smart joke. Think about that for a second. Think of the wordplay of
What else?
Oh, right. The FTW title's favorite artist is Erykah Badu.
What else?
I heard the FTW title wants to challenge the 24/7 title to a versus battle.
What else?
The FTW title knows every lyric to Super Gremlin by Kodak Black.
What else?
The FTW title is so black, when it asked to be sanctioned as a real championship, it was probably told to give it time. The last time Jay Lethal was seen before he went missing again was in a match for the FTW Championship on Rampage. After coming up short in the face of the Revolution ladder match while brawling with Will Hobbs, Keith Lee projects to be the next contender. That is, if Shane Strickland doesn't beat him to it. See, I've learned to calibrate my expectations for black talent in AEW. The world of scripted professional wrestling just doesn't seem to be ready for a black world champion in AEW. There's barely any three-dimensional black characters in AEW. There's rarely any promos from black characters, live or otherwise. There's zero black pillars. So maybe for now, the FTW Championship is our world title. And it's a tough pill to swallow, but maybe the immensely talented Swerve Strickland is destined to have a low ceiling as an unsanctioned champion. AEW is fantastic when it comes to debuts. They're just as much AEW as they are AE debut. It's the follow-up that's often the problem. Given how well they rolled out Malachi Black, he should be a perennial main event attraction, no question. The House of Black should be a top stable, but they're mired in six-man purgatory and on the wrong side of a crowded main event picture. Miro's debut was awesome until they followed up with a flat video game gimmick. Even when they repackaged him as God's favorite champion, where he was doing the best vignettes in wrestling, he quietly vanished and hasn't been seen in weeks. I could go on and on about all the AEW debuts that started hot only to fizzle out, but the point is black people are disproportionately affected by everything in this country, and pro wrestling is no different. So when AEW has a problem with the follow-up, who do you think gets the shortest end of that stick? Guys like Keith Lee, who was presented as a superstar on night one and has since cooled down. Or Jay Lethal, who went missing for so long that I called the police, they found him, then he went missing again. Oh, never mind, I found him. Here's to hoping AEW doesn't screw things up with Swerve Strickland. Down in NXT, it took Isaiah Swerve Scott 2 months and 2 weeks to win a sanctioned NXT championship in the North American title. Let's see if the Progressive Wrestling Company could do better. Judging by his debut, Swerve could be a major star in AEW if given the chance. Judging by history, Swerve is doomed to compete for the FTW title on Rampage. Let's hope history is wrong.